Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Oi, what's up?
The fuck?
It's the 90210 show, isn't it? This one goes to 11. My name is Mark. With me as always is my Sheila.
Why is this
Carol.
happening?
How you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It's September 4th, 1998.
Why is this happening?
Why not?
Because this episode has nothing to do with Australia.
Yeah, or Britain, or whatever accent that was.
Yeah, like, it doesn't fit in any way to anything.
Come on. Why wouldn't it fit? An English person wrote that song. We're running with the children of the night.
That's not even how the song goes.
No.
Shadows of the Night.
Yeah. We're running with the shadows of the night. Kelly, don't make Brandon give up Erica.
What the fuck?
No, that song's by Heart, right? Or no, is it?
I don't know.
Is it Heart? Who the fuck is that? Who sings that song?
I wish I could help you, but you know I don't pay attention to shit like
These
names.
dreams.
What the fuck?
When I close my eyes. What? Every second of the night.
Apparently we're having our
Erica's
own
pimp
private
beats her.
concert here, right now.
All right. Carol,
Yeah,
we watched a show.
we did.
They titled it 90210, and then they said Beverly Hills before it. Mm-hmm. And then they gave it a subtitle, Child of the Night. Children of the Night?
It's child. Just
Child. The child.
Yeah,
The child of the night.
because
Yeah.
Erica
Is a child of the night.
got arrested.
She's a vampire.
Right. And the police officer,
The pimp.
the police officer found no, oh my God, I'm thinking about the movie now.
What movie? Oh, the movie we watched? Yeah. My God. Holy fuck.
I was about to talk about pills. There were no pills.
Okay. No. The police officer found you are a fucking mess.
Thanks. Love you too.
The peace officer found jewelry.
Yeah.
And he's holds out a necklace and he's like, she gets arrested for prostitution. She ran away, she stole everything. They were looking for police finder. And he's like, well, I'm going to guess this isn't her finery or whatever. And Kelly's like, actually, it's mine. And then everyone looks at her and doesn't say anything. Like, they know that she has the next line. Mm-hmm. And she's like, but I gave it to her. Bow!
And it's like a whole bunch of jewelry, though. It's not just that one thing. And he just lets it go at that.
Yeah, but that one piece of jewelry that was like, okay, that's all I need to know.
And then amongst the things, though, was the pocket watch that Brandon's been asking about.
Yeah.
And she hides it.
She gives it to her fucking junkie friend.
Yeah, later. But we see that she has it when she gets picked up from the police station, but she's hiding it from them. She doesn't give it back.
Yeah. Brandon wants it because Dylan gave it to him.
Yeah. And she wants it because Dylan gave it to him because it's from Dylan.
Well, she wants it because it's Dylan's, and it's like the one thing she has to remember her brother by because apparently fucking Brendan in London is way more important than rescuing his sister.
Yeah.
The man that tracked down the mob and tried to fucking murder mob people in revenge for his father's murder and went to Mexico to rescue her. But, he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm too busy here in Europe.
Brenda's vagina is like a Chinese finger trap. I just can't get out. Sorry.
Right. Oh, my goodness. So, they take her back. And they're like, this time, though, you're not going to be unsupervised. And you have therapy at this time. And we're doing I don't remember, like yoga or some shit. Like, yeah, it's all like, it's
You're gonna
basically
have a tutor. Gabe Cotter's gonna come in here.
it's practically
Welcome
like
back.
it's practically like a inpatient treatment or something.
Nice.
Which is what she needs, really. Like, I don't know why they're taking this on. Like, put her in a treatment facility.
Well, they promised they wouldn't, I guess, or whatever.
So she runs away from them again, though.
Run away, run away.
What the fuck? Like, why?
Why what?
Why did she run away again?
I don't know.
Did they even do anything this time to piss her off? Last time she was afraid they were going to put her in a shelter.
I think once again Kelly was talking about things that he should do or whatever.
But we see her. Oh wait, didn't they go with her originally to go get her things? That's when we
Originally on 90210.
Sorry guys, it's been a few days, so. But
yeah.
no, they take her to her old apartment, and she sees her old friend there, and she's all stoned, and she's like, "It's my birthday." And
Did they break in the old apartment?
no. And she's like all excited because what's the pimp's name? Riggs. Because Riggs is going to get her a present.
Yeah. Because it's her birthday.
It's so sad.
Her present? A large penis attached to a man paying money.
Attached to fists.
Yeah, exactly.
So, she gets her shit and she gives her stoned friend Dylan's locket and asks her to hold on to it for her. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck?
Very smart idea.
And they leave. But then she runs away and comes back to this apartment, and then she finds her friends.
I think that's after the stuff happens. So I think they go to the Beverly Beat, or whatever the fuck the name of the, we got the beat, got the beat. And anyway, so they go there, and Brandon's like, I want to write a story about you. And he's like, I won't use your name or whatever. And she's like, okay, cool. So he does. It gets published, and then she's reading it, and she's like, I thought you weren't going to use names. And he said, no, I said I wouldn't use your name.
Yeah.
I just described you perfectly. Named your pimp. Said the corners that you usually hang out on. No one will ever figure it out. And the district attorney comes and is like, hey, Brandon, let's put this guy away. And he's like, oh, I'm all for it. And she's like, so tell me the name of your underage fucking source.
Right.
Because we want to put her in danger. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I promised her I wouldn't reveal it. And she's like, well, I'm going to fucking claw through your asshole until I find her name. How about that?
Well, she says they'll put her in protection.
Yeah, but she's mean about it.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't want to fucking come up against me, Brandon.
He's like, I'm trying to protect her. And she's like, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. So he says, no, I can't do it. I can't give her up. And so she leaves. And that's when they go back home, and he and Kelly are having an argument about, Kelly's like, I think you should give the name. And he's like, no, I said I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. And they're arguing about it. Kelly's 100% for fucking Erica over every chance she gets.
Yeah, but honestly, I see the point, really. Like, I feel, but they should talk to Erica, and Erica should make the choice. But I feel like she should work with the DA.
Yeah. But anyway, she hears all that fighting, and she grabs Kelly's keys and leaves.
But they follow her. They know where she lives because they went there earlier.
They've been there 3 times now.
And they find her friend.
Beat the fuck.
Yeah. And Riggs shows up at the same time. And him and Brandon have a staring, pissing contest. Like, I don't know where Brandon gets his balls, though. He should be afraid of this guy, and he's not.
Why didn't this guy have a gun or the knife that he brandished last time?
Right.
But instead he hears sirens, and he's like, sirens is like this guy's fucking kryptonite.
Right.
He's like, oh my god, I'm getting out of here. And then he runs like a cat that's in a cartoon that just heard an explosion. Like his legs pinwheel around. He's like, but you can kind of see on Erica's face, I think maybe she might decide to testify because she can see all the danger and the horribleness happening to like her friend and other people, and Kelly's gonna sit her down and be like, you can help them, you can protect them.
Well, and Erica says to Riggs before he takes off that she's not coming back, that she's done, and he's like, you'll be back, you need me too much.
And then the druggie that got beat up hands the watch back and
in front of Brandon.
Brandon sees it and he's like, he would have wanted you to have it.
That's so crappy. That's his present. He should get to keep it.
Yeah, Dylan should have just given her a bunch of money.
Dylan should just come back.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I want him to come back.
So at the end of their storyline and towards the end of the episode, the DA comes to the house and she's like, hey, who's your source? And it's weird. There's a young made-up woman in this house. Who's that? And she can't put two and two together? What the fuck?
Well, she didn't see her. She never came in.
I know, but like, if they did any investigating at all, it's very obvious who his source is.
Well, yeah.
But she says, you need to give me your source. And he's like, no, I don't. And the California Constitution agrees with me. I don't have to give up sources. And she's like, oh, sure, whatever. But you know what? He's trafficking in children or whatever. And if you don't, you're protecting him by not giving up your source. Mm-hmm. So we'll charge you as an accomplice, which is not how that works.
No.
Like, think about that logically for a second. The California Supreme Court said that newspaper people don't have to give up their sources, that they can't be compelled to give up their sources, right? Mm-hmm. If the DA could just like turn around and say, okay, whatever crime is being committed that they're talking about, we'll just charge them as an accomplice, it completely undermines that law.
Yeah.
So, first of all, that's not how an accomplice to a crime works. Mm-hmm. And second of all, it would undermine that. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, she's stepping all over his rights. There's such a thing as freedom of the press.
And the writers don't understand how the law works in any real way.
The writers don't seem to understand a lot of things about how life works, but they keep writing.
Yeah, well, good for them.
We keep watching. So.
I'm just saying, maybe hire a writer that went to a public university or something, like a state school. I mean, hell, like fucking slum and hire a Yaley. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but somebody that knows a little about life.
Right. It would be good. It would be helpful. So there's that. And then Steve.
We're done with that. There's that, everyone. Are you satisfied?
Am I satisfied?
Are the people satisfied with that? There's that. It's over.
I hope so. I hope that they've been satisfied. Anyway, Steve, at the end of last episode, was told that he's the father of this woman's unborn child.
Yes.
And he does not believe that he is. He keeps,
he thinks he is not the father.
He keeps saying it over and over and over. And, it's like, okay, but you had sex.
Yeah.
She even admits that, they used a condom and stuff, but, they're not 100%.
No.
He's being stupid.
They're only, like Hugh Grant says in that movie. So I guess that leaves 0.6% that's bloody, not effective or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how men can be when they don't want to have a baby.
Yeah, no shit.
But he's taking it too far. He is basically demanding that she give the baby up for adoption or have an abortion, and he's trying to guilt her and be like, well, I was adopted. And it's you're both adults. If she wants to keep the baby, let her keep the baby. He's like, you're not giving the child the best life. She's not a teenager on the street or something.
And that's how they're treating this story, and it's really weird.
It's annoying, yeah.
Because they've graduated college, and he's like, this is going to ruin my life. I mean, what early 20-year-old that owns a newspaper has ever been successful raising a child?
Yeah, it's dumb. And then he tries to convince Carly to intervene and talk to this lady as a single mom.
And he wants her to say to tell her that being a single mom's awful and she shouldn't do it, and she's making a mistake, and she should get vacuumed.
It seems like he really believes that, too. Like, he thinks Carly's life is so awful, and it's like, then why are you with her?
Exactly. He was ready to sign on to be a part of that life.
Yeah.
But if it's his own, he doesn't want it.
It's weird. Yeah, everything
He
about...
doesn't want a toe-headed child.
Toe-headed?
Yeah, blonde.
Everything about the storyline bothers me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. It's inconsistent with everything that's happened, and it's just dumb.
And it doesn't fit his character.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I feel like in reality, he'd be a lot more... I mean, this fictional character, but he would be more supportive.
This seems like Steve of season 1.
Right. Yeah.
Who was 16.
And Carly, who is also an adult and a mother, is putting up with him acting like a child about this. And that seems weird, too. It's like, why are you not getting offended? Or...
Exactly. I kept waiting for her to be like, why do you think this is so fucking bad? Like, are you kidding?
Like, she should be like, I don't regret my child or my life decisions, Steve. But he, like, browbeats her into agreeing to try to talk this lady out of it.
I mean, at one point, I'm pretty sure he implies that, like, maybe she made a mistake having a baby.
Yeah.
And then immediately, like, right afterwards, her child is like, hey, Steve, you want my Lucky Marble or what? He's like, hey, buddy, let me come see you. And then it's like, it's totally just all over the place.
Yeah, it does not make sense. I don't know what the writers are doing.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But his main thrust and dilemma through the entire episode is he going to get a paternity test or not? And I'm thinking the entire time, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're convinced it's not yours, so you should jump at the chance to take a paternity test, 1. 2, you should want to know if it is yours.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's going to turn out to be his?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of want it to be his because, like, I feel like he deserves it because he doesn't want it so bad and he's been such an ass.
I think, if it's not his, we'd have to assume she was lying then.
Right.
Because the dates that she gives, she's like, since I was with my boyfriend in November, since after we broke up in November, you're the only one I've been with. So it has to be him. It can't, because there are months in between.
Yeah. Yeah, women know. I mean, unless she's sleeping around one guy after another, then a woman knows. And when a guy's like, oh, I can't be the father, that's what you're saying. You're saying, even though I had sex with you, I'm not sure I'm the father because you sleep with so many dudes. And if you don't know that's true, that's going to be fucking offensive.
Oh, yeah. So let's say that it ends up being his kid. Mm-hmm. Is he going to be like, hey, go over to this house? I know it's got some nice pushing stairs.
I think he'll step up.
Yeah, I hope so.
Otherwise, what's the point?
So he does take the paternity test at the end, and the actual last shot of the thing is the nurse looking at the sheet and being like, Sanders.
Now, I have an issue with this. He just took this test, and he's in a waiting room waiting for the results. I thought, now maybe when you're a millionaire, you can get special faster tests, but yes. I thought that it took a long time to get paternity results and that they had to be mailed to people. It's not an instant kind of thing.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So first of all, you need a sequencer. You need a DNA sequencer in order to do paternity tests, which are not cheap. There are hospitals that don't have that equipment. Right. So this clinic does. Let's say this clinic's this is one of their specialties or whatever. Paternity tests, fine. That's fine. A sequencer takes a long time, though. Now, could you get it same day? Yeah, but it would take hours. Mm-hmm. I don't think they just have him wait there. It would take probably 5 hours to go through the sequencer.
Okay, that's still it's weird, but we don't get to find out.
No, because they cut to black and show the credits.
My other issue though is to do a paternity test on a in utero baby. Mm-hmm. That's dangerous. That's that's amniocentesis.
Yeah.
that's a risk for like a miscarriage. I feel like it's kind of irresponsible, honestly.
What if she has a miscarriage? What if that's the solution?
Oh,
It's
maybe.
like, oh, you are the oh no.
Well, I mean, that does seem like the kind of thing the writers would do.
And then he regrets it.
Yeah.
Then he's like, oh my God, what have I done? Well, it's a Christmas episode.
Angels.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's where that goes. And then, of course,
David and Donna.
we have two storylines. We're kind of.
Well, it's all David and Donna. Really.
Yeah, I guess it's all kind of intermingled.
Yeah.
Because we've got Noah and Valerie. Valerie's like trying to get back with Noah. She's like, please take me back. And he's like, no.
Yeah. He's really not kind.
No.
And Donna has kicked David out, and she told him to come get his stuff and that she'd be gone. She'd give him the day.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like going and doing something normal that, you know, she would normally do, like get her nails done, go shopping, work, she goes to her parents' boat that Noah's living on because it's her parents' boat and she can just go hang out there. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, she's doing something too. I think she's doing like some kind of fashion thing. She's doing something there.
She's sketching something, like she was drawing, but she could do that anywhere.
David did admit to his dad everything that happened.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, fine, we'll help. We'll do bankruptcy. We'll be able to reorganize the business. You'll be able to keep the business. And he's like, I'll give you the money to pay back Donna. And he's like, that's it, right? Nothing else? He admits to everything except the loan shark. And he's like, yeah, it's a dead.
That's so nuts and frustrating. And I don't buy his father's reaction either. Like, he looked mad, and then he's just like, okay, we'll figure it out. Well, I'll help you. Like, no, I'm sorry.
That's how rich people are, though.
Thousands of dollars. You're not just like, oh, okay, whatever.
But that's how rich people are.
Really?
He's world famous orthodontist Mel Silver.
I guess. But yeah, he doesn't yell at him. He doesn't make him feel like shit. He's just like, I'll help you, son.
He should make him feel like shit, but he's got a mean tone the whole time, though.
Yeah.
How could you let this happen, David? He says that.
Okay. But I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just imagining if it were me and I would have been on the floor crying because of the way that I would have been talked to.
Just go up to your mom and be like, hey, I need $2,500 for Donna plus, like help with all these other creditors.
Right. Help me go bankrupt.
Here's the thing. David didn't do anything wrong at first.
Okay.
Like the other stuff, the not making enough money, not being able to pay the vendors, having his credit cards maxed out and stuff like that. Those are the credit card stuff is irresponsible financial decisions. But it's not like David was mismanaging funds for the club or embezzling money from the club or like just being a shitty owner. It's just like it's a club that's been open for a while. Clubs in LA, like they have their day and then they fucking die. Like that's just what it's like, you know?
Yeah.
So like he didn't do anything wrong in that aspect. When he started doing shit wrong was when he stole from Donna and lied about it. And then, doing the loan shark stuff.
Right.
Big mistake there, too. So those were his mistakes. He owns up to one of them with his dad and hides the other one. But it's like, I don't necessarily know that his dad needs to yell at him about the club stuff. Yell at him about stealing money from Donna 100%.
Which I don't think he admitted that he stole the check.
He does. He says that he took it from Donna or whatever. I think he says he forged the check.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why he's fucking kicked out. Like
he said that was the big deal was, because he wanted to make it up to Donna and he gives her the money and apologizes and everything and she's like, I will take the money.
But not the apology.
Yeah, she's pissed. Rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with her. She shouldn't just forgive him. He needs to stew on this. And she says, though, I still have hope for us.
Yeah, interestingly.
Which is like...
Especially considering what happens.
Such a cowardly, thing. Like, she can't just stick with, I'm mad and whatever. Like, she's got to make it a little better.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, she goes to the boat where Noah is while David's picking up his shit.
And, like, apparently they're talking and hanging out and whatever. And then when she's ready to go, she gives him a hug. And then he gives her a kiss.
Oh yeah, like a
Big kiss.
Yeah.
Full on kiss.
And she kisses him back a little bit too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like not reciprocal. But he definitely initiated it.
Yeah. And our friend Valerie is coming down the ladder there and witnesses the whole thing.
Like, first of all, isn't that kind of like walking to somebody's house without knocking?
Yes.
I mean, that seems kind of rude.
I agree. Although I've done it.
Really?
Yeah.
On a boat?
Not on a boat, no.
Oh, okay.
My friend Bill's house, there used to be a policy where we basically just walk in.
Well, yeah, so she sees them kissing, and then she just quietly turns around and leaves. I don't like it. How do you feel about it?
I hate it because I don't like. First of all, Noah is. I think he's trying to beat Valerie's record by seeing how many cast members he could fuck, or whatever. Because like he went after Kelly.
Yeah,
He was with Valerie, went after Kelly. Now he's going after Donna. Like what the fuck?
he just wants to be with anyone he can.
He's gonna track down Claire in France.
Right?
There's gonna be an episode where he's trying to steal Brenda away from Dylan.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, maybe when they come back.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, but yeah, for some reason they're trying to make this a thing, and it's like I don't like it. I don't think they're a good match.
I mean, she did say that she thought he was cute when she was talking to, I don't know, Valerie or Kelly or whatever.
Sure,
but
yeah.
that's it. Like, there's no relationship that has built up here.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care about that, though. The writers of the show don't care about building relationships.
No, they really don't.
They just care about drama. And they want to, like, get it quick and then get it gone just as quick.
Absolutely.
So,
They want to hit it and quit it.
in a couple episodes, like, it'll have completely blown over, and she'll be back together with David.
Probably. But yeah, so she goes back that night to David. David still has the box, you know. That's actually when she says, I still have hope for us. Because she's already kissed him.
Is it? I thought she
Yes.
said it before.
No.
Oh, weird.
Because I remember thinking, like, what kind of, like, after what just happened, what kind of fucking response is that?
But yeah, he's waiting for her, obviously. Like, she's like, I thought you'd be gone. He's like, well, I should have been like an hour ago.
Yeah.
So.
But he's very apologetic, and, you know, she's like, hey, I need to be alone for now, or whatever. So then he goes to the peach pit. He's trying to put things back together. Valerie comes in and sits down. She's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, oh, not much, you know, a little bit sad and everything. And she's like, yeah, Donna's probably sad too. Although, you know, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe Noah's making her feel good. And he's like, what? And she goes, yeah, well, you know, they're hugging a little bit, kissing, a little fingering, you know, or whatever. But she says they kissed.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can see he's pissed.
And he jumps up and goes downstairs.
Well, she says Noah's downstairs at the bar, by the way.
Yeah. So he jumps up to go down there.
But he gets intercepted.
By the loan shark.
Yeah, the loan shark is like, Lone Star. No, he's like, hey, you owe us money. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you now.
And David tries to run away, but they still beat him up. They catch him in the parking lot and beat him.
Yeah, well, as he runs, Noah says to the bartender, hey, how much is a bottle of vodka? And he goes, $30. Which seems, I don't know, I guess that's expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
So he gives him a $100 bill because he's rich,
Right.
everybody. And he comes outside and is like, they're beating the shit out of David. And he's like, hey, you shouldn't beat the shit out of David. And they're like, what? And he cracks the bottle over the car. So there's just a shard.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'm going to kill you with
He's
this.
brandishing the broken bottle at them.
I mean, really, like, just very dumb. And
Why is it dumb?
Because, first of all, he's threatening some dude's life. And, I don't know, it's just like, hey, let me buy this bottle for $30 and then break it and use it as a fucking, like, it's just, I don't know, it's dumb.
Well, he was trying to save him without getting into an actual physical altercation.
I guess so. But anyway, so the mobsters look at him and they're like, we didn't know this was going to be a jagged bottle fight. We didn't bring anything but our hands, so
Right.
I guess you win this round. And they look at David and they're like, tomorrow, David. And, yeah, so David's like, I don't want to talk to you, Noah. And he leaves, and Noah's like, hey, thank you, it'd be all right.
Yeah, he doesn't know why David's mad at him. He should, but...
So David comes back the next night to the club to face the music because he knows he's going to get killed or whatever. And he's like, hey, guys, I don't have your money. Sorry. Do whatever you need to do to me, whatever's going to happen. And he's like, well, you know what? Came here to get paid. We got paid. We're leaving. He goes, who paid you? He was like, your guardian angel.
Yeah, but obviously Noah.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious that it's Noah. And then they go outside, and Noah's sitting in the truck, and his little Jeep, and we're like, yeah, we got it. It's Noah. And then the mobster gets in the car, and he's like, you just saved David Silver from the beating of his life. They use his full name, too.
Yeah.
Like, if they had just said David, they're like, the writers are like, do you think the audience will know? Do you think maybe they think it's David Copperfield?
Right? Yeah, and it's like, what they beat us over the head with shit all the time.
Seriously.
It's really annoying.
But anyway, so that happens, and then that is the end of that storyline.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So often it's not.
Nah, that's it.
So you can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
We'd love it if you did.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
We'd love it if you did.
And share the tapes with your friends.
Don't tell anyone about us. No, I'm just joking. We'll see you next time. Bye.